Hey everyone, SpeeDMan here, and welcome back to part 8 of our Let's Learn Civilization 6 Norway run. Today's episode, I'm going to carry where we last left off here, getting these big improvements. So, colonialism is now available, that's good. What we're going to do though, is once we have the Grandmaster's Chapel, we have enough of a faith income that we are going to mass produce settlers. We're just going to be pumping out settlers every turn, getting one here, getting one there, getting another 3 here, maybe another one there, depending on the loyalty pressure potential. Actually, nah, I'm not going to do those, but I will do those over here. That way I can expand out, just get some more tempo, potentially build some, maybe like, 1 or 2 harbors around. That way we can build our gold income. Right now we're making a nice amount of gold at this stage, but we're going to need to continue just boosting that more. The more we do that, the more we can kind of pump out units. Getting an archer here so that way I can bring him over and then get that guy upgraded. I do have an archer that's here, but these units aren't going to be able to do very much. So first I'm going to focus on those. What we're going to do first is we are going to actually get some walls going. That way we can help defend and fortify the city. We do have this available, which is good. So preserve. What we want to do is consider buying a grove. That'll help the city a pretty nice amount. So we'll go back to that city and then take a look at some of these values here. Yep. So we've got good growth here. Better tiles that we can work off of, kind of get things going a little bit faster, which is good. Got plenty of growth in this city. And the good thing is that a lot of the growth in this city will be able to have a nice shared impact with another city that's nearby. So we will take that into account, and then we will utilize that as one of our core strategies for our gameplay. The other option would essentially have been to, good, so we're a couple turns away, would have been to focus on, potentially some culture, but we'll be okay. Now, we are behind the AI, yes, but remember, we are focusing on a diplomatic victory, and we have 9 out of 20. Once we eventually develop and build the, let's see here, the Statue of Liberty, that gives us 4, so that'll put us at 13. And then what I would like us to do is eventually get to the point where we can develop and build the Venetian arsenal. That'll be really critical for us because that'll give us some of the necessary infrastructure for us to build a navy. Then we can take out some of these guys with battleships. We can also build a navy so that way we could, potentially do some damage here, take some of these cities down, later in the game and go from there. Soon got done with that. That's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and bring that over here. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and, since we do have that archer taken care of, could build a spy along with the other one. I would rather us pick up some of those land units with faith, so I'm not too concerned. Let's actually go for, let's go for a shipyard here. That could actually be super beneficial for this city. Provide me with a really nice, really chunk of, it provides with a really nice chunk of production. And now a lot of these things are much faster to build. So now we can build another spy. We'll delete that tile. We're going to go ahead and get that commercial hub going. Nidaros will need that, so that way once we have the commercial hub there, then we can go ahead and buy some of those upgrades. We do have the Grandmaster's Chapel, and as you can see, we could buy units with faith. It'll be useful for us at this stage of the game. We'll utilize that as an opportunity to build our military as well. Now we could potentially buy, a couple of stronger units. You could buy one of these. You could buy some of this other stuff, so that'll be really nice for us. That'll help us. That'll help us in general pick up some of the things that we need to be more competitive. This will be expensive, but wouldn't have a lot of use for us currently. Let's spend some time working on a couple of small things. We'll get another archer going, and we will actually, after that, pick up a trader. The reason we're going to go for that archer is that way we can just quickly jot ourselves down, maybe for, crossbowmen, pick up a little bit better damage output, and kind of go from there. We are going to focus on getting this wonder. That wonder will be absolutely critical for us. So next turn we will begin that. We will get set up there, we will use Victor, and then we will send them to Tromsø. That'll provide us with a little bit more strength in that city, and then we could utilize him a little bit better. Doesn't seem like the knight's going to be able to heal. I need to kind of learn a bit more about what's causing that. Of course, it's going to pillage a grove, so that's fine. We can prepare that. It won't take long. But once we have our walls, we can make better use of that situation. Vilnius. You're a great writer. A little expensive for those, so we won't be able to use that. But we will pick that up for a nice low cost. And then grants enough envoys to become suzerain at the city-state, then removes all other envoys of other players. This could be very, very helpful for us because there are some other things here that we can utilize. For example, we can pick up this from Condi and then, you know, get some more work done on that. Unfortunately, getting a relic for discovering new wonders is not really going to happen. We've already discovered much of everything we need to. So at the moment, it's not really going to be a viable option for us to consider that currently. We could go for Fez, you know, not a bad thing. Could also go for Ayutthaya. That's a good thing. That actually would help us a lot. And Matthias has 6 put into that. So we will actually consider doing that one because that'll be a very powerful one for us. So let's do that. We'll save up a little bit more of our faith income and we'll utilize that. And then now that we have the means for us to produce more of our military, that'll be good. That'll kind of cover our needs because the more of a military that we can build, the infrastructure of our kind of empire here will be a lot better. Because we need to clear this out. Yeah, he has an ironclad here, that's fine. We have also an ironclad, so we can defend ourselves in that case. We're gonna have that guy get over here, protect the region, and then we will quickly just make a beeline towards machinery. Will not take too long for us, so that's okay. Okay, so in Kristiansand, we did get our monument, so it's going to help us a little bit with some of our culture. We can go for some of these things that we will need. A 30-turn shipyard is going to take too long, but we'll pick that up. And now we'll go for a market in 7 turns, and then by the time we have the ability to pick that up, we will also develop and boost some of our other means of gold production. And then with the next batch of envoys, I'm going to start really going after some of these economic city-states. I may even consider the next, yes. So 100% I'm going to utilize this and put this into Zanzibar. It would help my amenities and it would also, clearing out all of this would be super, super critical for us. Give us enough to become suzerain and also take away everybody else's would be a huge reset for everybody. It would also set everybody back economically and then we would get a nice jump forward. So let's do that. What we're going to need to do though is here with this many, you know, potential fishing boats, we're just going to need to kind of expand more. Let's go and pick up in the policy card. Let's buy this, go to this, and then pick up a wonder base card. What we can do here is, you know, since we have 20, you know, gold per turn being produced here, we can take this off, put this on. We'll lose a little bit of yields, but that's fine. We really do need to get this done sooner than later. So anything we can do to help develop that, I mean, these fishing boats are really super helpful. I'd like us to save up a bit of gold, get a couple builders going, and then build this out. That way we can develop this more. Maybe even pick up a couple of lumber mills. That would be useful. That would give us some of the necessary bonuses for us to grow. Get another unit over here. Good. So we just boosted our economy by 20 gold per turn. It's perfect. We're going to keep doing that. Then all of these really strong shipyards here are going to provide us some very critical growth. And coupled with some of our other things that we'll be focusing on, yes, they're destroying these preserves, is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it. I should have not gone for the grove. That's fine. At least we have it. The thing is that these other things that we can go for, I mean, yes, a campus would be very useful here. You know, a +1 campus, you know, it's okay, it's livable. Some of the other things that we'll want to go for is, you know, either Taj Mahal and or Orjagaz. And then we will probably, those are improvement type tiles. I'm not sure if I want to mess with too much. What I might do is set something up here and maybe get like, you know, a theater square there with a couple wonders would be useful. You know, the appeal in these areas here isn't super high, so we're not going to gain a significant amount from it. Another 20 gold per turn. Perfect. And promotion available. This will be useful. And then we can go into that. So this will be a really strong unit for us to set up later on. We'll pick up steam power, because then we can go from steam power into seaports. That'll be pretty useful for us. The 2 gold on all coast tiles for the city would be very helpful for us as well. We approach the late game. Kind of further focus our development. Do have another district available. We shall take a look and see what we have options for. We'll hold this unit here. That way we can protect this line. If we move them out, it's going to get plunked pretty badly. So we'll just fortify for now. And then once we have our spies, we'll be in a good position to start working on our settlers. And once we have urbanization completed, we will immediately make a focus onto settler production. Go ahead and destroy that unit. That unit is going to likely try to attack us, so we can utilize that as an opportunity to go ahead and do a bit more damage. Alliance level with Pedro increased. Being as small as an empire as we are, we really do need to heavily focus on these sessions working out. You know, some of them will go into 3-item sessions, and we will want to utilize that as an opportunity. Especially like stuff like this, you know, we will continue to work on. If we can have like a couple of major disasters hitting other civs, you know, we could actually we could focus heavily on aid. We could make every effort to focus on that aspect for the win. Go ahead, get rid of that opponent. Weaken them enough to where they're not going to be a threat to us. Just continue doing more of that damage. Even if they attack us, we won't really be majorly threatened by it. Eventually, once we have the means to build an army, we will put all of these guys together. But for now, we're okay. Lost a lot of health, but we are able to complete that kill, so we're good.
What I like about cities.
Send another trader out here. Our cities are already kind of a mix. We'll do some more damage to these guys here. At least that way we can make sure that it won't kill us easily. And then as soon as we get done, that'll attack and we bring that unit back in. Let's get some heavy builder production going. We need to mass produce builders and really just put down builders everywhere we can. That way we can really heavily focus our growth in the ways that we want. That being said, is there anything we could do that would provide us good bonuses? Yes. We may want to go into that. So what we'll do is we'll take that off. And yes, we do want to get those wonders, but we do need to continue expansion. So we will keep this on for now, but we will focus on public works. That way we can get those builders out faster and also get some really, really strong builders. That being said, we are going to make a bit of an effort here to pick up some of the stuff that we need. So let's get a nice builder here. Not much the builders can do here, but we'll get a use there. Allison as well. Those will be good because those are 5 uses. So we'll get a couple more here. You know, a lot of these fishing boats we can get improved, and that, or these tiles will be improved into fishing boats. So we'll use that as an opportunity to grow. Pick up both of these amenities. And there are some future Civ cards that will allow us to pick up, you know, I think it's like it's essentially something to do with global warming here. And that'll actually like allow us to pick up diplomatic victory points, but that's too far, way too far away for us to be able to even use it because Amanatora has almost 400 culture per turn, so she's flying through the late game culture tree. Good, they just survived. They're going to go in here, and you are going to fortify till you heal up. Have you ready, so as soon as that moves down, we can just do a little bit of damage. We will first things first, I'll take you over here. That'll improve those tiles. As you can see here, these tiles are now going to be a little bit better. It's going to be something that we can work off of. Show you if I pick that up. Stavanger, we will put you over here and improve that. That'll just make that tile instantly better. So you can see here, that's a 5 gold, 3 food, 1 production. So instantly just made those tiles better, and now we're getting really, really strong income here of gold, which is what we're looking for. Harbor just got built, that's perfect. In this case, that is a solid, let's see here, it should be probably what, a +4? Yeah, +4. So, you know, good bonuses for us that we can work off of and kind of build from with that in mind. Keep focusing on that growth here. The more we do that, the better. Our housing now is less of an issue. We will need to pick up more housing, but that is not something that's going to totally kill us at the moment. We will go into that. Nidaros, we will pick up the market, and then we will buy the bank. 350 gold per turn is not bad. Good, so we have now another spy to work with. Could do is we could send him down over here into these smaller cities and then have a negative impact on his loyalty. So we'll do just that. Pick up a little bit more of that. Ship them over here. Buy that tile. Now this city is going to actually have like very, very decent growth to work off of. We have a maxed out harbor. We have much of everything we need really to get properly going here. The thing is that I would rather build that here because we can make super heavy use of it. Get you over here as soon as possible. Get you here. Upgrade you. And then bring you all the way around and do some, you know, upgrades and repairs around here. We are, you know, we're doing okay. You know, overall we're doing okay. We're gonna be in a good position for the late game for, you know, diplomatic victory points. You know, we're at 9 out of 20, but we'll have to keep pushing hard. You know, we'll get another 3 thing here, and that'll be good. We'll focus heavily on picking that up, try to optimize for that. Pick up 4 here, so that's 7. We'll need 4 more after that. So we can get a couple natural disasters to come our way. Not for, you know, us specifically, but for like, you know, a disaster hitting another civ, and then we help them out more than the others. That'll be our chance to pick up, you know, a few more diplomatic victory points as well. Matthias, that got finished up. Good. A lot of these things we're working on are really going to help us heavily, so we're doing A-okay there. Let's get this stuff repaired. 400 gold per turn, not too shabby. Even more gold per turn on top of that. Perfect. Getting that extra little bit of production is going to help us as well. That one production, 3 food, 3 gold, good. We'll bring some stuff over here, that way we can potentially open up land for wonders. Do have another builder just prepared, fresh off the press. So that's perfect for us. Campus wouldn't hurt. Theater score wouldn't hurt. Actually, a theater score would be really nice. I have a lot of population, so we're going to need to use a lot of that population in the coastline, preferably. Pick that up, pick that up. And then get these fishing boats up and running. And then what we can do after that is continue working on gold, and then in our coastal cities, pick up a couple of seaports. Not going to be cheap, but they'll be important. And then here, since we have 3 uses left, let's actually bring you here. And then we'll chop that. Chop there could be very helpful, because then we can build that, and that'll be a super nice setup. Then we can get our production boosted up in our cities, and we can really kind of start to get that tempo going again that we really, really are behind on. Otherwise, we'll be good there. Got that ability there, good. You know, actually bring you here. Boost up our gold income more. You are going to go all the way back. Get you out of there. It's probably going to end up getting killed, though, if this goes all the way across.
We have failed in our mission.
And let's chop here. Perfect. Got ourselves another settler. Settle up there. Get another coastal city there. Just keep boosting up our gold. Those cities are going to be more important than these. These are going to be just, you know, extra cities to do in the late game. But I'm not really going to hyper focus on that, because it's not going to benefit us. It just will not. Getting that market will be really good though. So we'll get that. And then since we have the means to eventually save up gold here, we're actually going to pick up that shipyard afterwards. Don't have very many things we could do with this city. It's a very slow growing city. Don't have a lot of means of growth in this case, just because of that stuff over there. And that's no problem. That's the expectation. So going to bring them down so that we can kite them closer. If we can kite them closer, that'll put us in a really excellent position to be able to do a lot of damage. Go ahead and get that going. Tromso, let us go back to the Taj Mahal. And that'll become much faster once we have the shipyard there. Since that's been cleared, we can officially now go for the industrial zone there. Industrial zone will help a lot of these cities really start to actually grow the way I want them to. And that'll be giving us the tempo that we need to actually survive this game. Plus, having industrial zone here means we can eventually build a Venetian arsenal. It's not being focused too heavily unless that a monitor goes for that. Otherwise, we'll be okay. We have 2 more uses available. There are not that many things else that we could do here that would provide us, you know, meaningful benefits. Unfortunately, these are desert tiles, so they're not going to provide us really any food growth here. Unfortunately, you can't build a farm on just straight up desert, to my understanding. We are actually going to go ahead and bring this guy over and use the last 2 uses here. Pick up some more amenities. Just fair enough, but it's just a little odd. for sure, once we have seaports, we'll be in a much better position. We will pick up this one. This is just going to be a critical one. Not worried about the battleship and all that stuff. That's not an issue. Us getting this, though, we will immediately make a beeline for Zanzibar. And that will be the main thing we go for. So let's go ahead and bring that guy over here. Anything we could do to shave a couple turns off. Yes, actually, we can ship them down. We can ship them down here, and that'll save a turn or two. So we'll do that. We'll just have another builder over here. It's better that we get that builder out there so that way we have the means of just a bit more growth. Do a little bit more damage, and then we'll be a-okay. Let this guy do some repairs. That way that can kite that guy into taking the unit, and then we'll just kill him off. That'll put us in a better position. We'll get this guy set up there. Do some more work on this stuff here. Bring this unit up. This guy just exists now. He's just permanently no health, so it's just going to have to be the reality. Go for a couple things. I'd have to do some chops, and honestly, the chops aren't going to be doing very much for us, so I would rather us... Let's see here. Actually, there's a better thing we could produce than that. That's better. Now we have the means to get that set up. We will go ahead and pick up another amenity. And then let's finish up this last turn or two. First, go here. We'll go there. And then we will bring you all the way down to Zanzibar. And that'll be the best thing for us. Neutralized our governor. Well, I can obviously tell who that is. We'll go directly here. And let's find a good place we can slot position here. Of course, we're not going to be doing anything there. I mean, just there's absolutely no way we can compete with the other AI with that. So that unfortunately, that diplomatic victory point is completely out of the question. Was never really likely going to happen. We will focus on getting these guys up here. The sooner we get them up there, that way do a little bit of work here. A little bit of production in that tile for production of food goods, so this city will utilize that. Good, and my first focus is immediately going to be dumping finance into that. Here's 800. That'll give us a good start, and we won't need to worry about the AI for a while. And immediately destroy that. Thus, finally removing that threat from the game. Let's bring it up just a little bit more, just in case. I'll bring them over here, and then we will escort them, which is perfect. That'll put us in a better position, and while we are at it, the settler will actually go towards here, and this will just protect them and keep him covered so that way he doesn't try to steal it, because I know he will. And I think, everyone, this is a fantastic stopping point for this episode. I want to thank you all for your time. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more daily content. Keep the videos coming. All right, you'll have a good one. SpeeDMan out.